Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another high-quality foodie feature for you here on the channel. With this time, I've ordered up good old Mr. Beast Burger to check out their latest limited-time-only collabo with Charles White Jr., aka Moist Critical. So without further ado, let's get into it. Guys, feast your eyes on the moist cheese. And I gotta say, this is looking like a very Sloppy Joe-like production in front of me here right now, guys. There is lots of goodness in the very middle right there. And again, it does remind me of Sloppy Joe. This is looking pretty tasty. So starting off with the obvious, it looks like we've got a nice toasted roll, a little on the soft side, so it's obviously sticking to all that meat right there, guys. But what this sandwich is comprised of is chopped seasoned ground beef, caramelized onions, American cheese, shredded iceberg lettuce, mayo, and hot sauce. And like I said earlier, I'm getting lots of vibes of Sloppy Joe with this one here, guys. This is actually looking really nice and ultra plentiful for the amount that's in the sandwich, especially since it's close to $10 for this. I'm really glad the meat is pretty plentiful on it. So let's see if all those ingredients are going to sing in the flavor department. This is the all-new Moist Cheese, the collabo between Mr. Beast and Moist Critical. Let's peep out this flavor. Well, I gotta say, as tasty as this looks, this is absolutely dangerous to review in the car right now, guys. This meat is very loose and I'm being very careful with everything. I really wish I had a burger diaper in the back of this one just to catch it. But as you can see, very plentiful with plenty of caramelized onions and that cheese mixed up. This is really looking good. And again, for like the third or fourth time, a Sloppy Joe-like presentation. And I'm kind of digging that because I haven't had Sloppy Joe in a minute, guys. Let's get into it. It's the all-new Moist Cheese from Mr. Beast Burger. Let's do it. Sloppy Joe. Wow. But with a little bit of hot sauce, which admittedly is not too crazy. It's just a little bit of a sizzle. But man, guys, very, very thick in the cheese and meat department. This is really awesome because it's all chopped up with the caramelized onion goodness. The nice oil that I'm getting from that as well. Very nice. I'm not even tasting the tomato because it's ultra flavorful. Let's keep going in. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not going to stun on this one, guys. This actually feels like a double patty of meat with plenty of cheese melted throughout. And again, with the caramelized onion goodness right over here, a very lovely situation. More moisture is being added because of the mayo and obviously the tomato itself, but I'm not really tasting that. The hot sauce is doing its best to try and keep up with everything here, but it's very thick in the cheese and meat department, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Yeah, I'm definitely digging the amount of meat in this one, guys. There's plenty of cheese, plenty of caramelized onions, and again, I'm getting that Sloppy Joe manwich type of vibe, those canned goods from back in the day. You guys probably remember those. It was actually pretty tasty. It literally was a Sloppy Joe. I think they called it manwich is what it was. But guys, again, very, very tasty on this. Just a very solid amount of meat, and again, it does feel like 2 patties worth. Let's keep going in for a couple more. This is really tasty. Yeah, all the other ingredients in this one really don't hold a candle to the main protein in this one, guys. And again, with at least 2 patties worth of beef, it really feels almost like a half pound, if not more. It's very hefty in the hands. I am really digging that overall quality because A, I definitely love a lot of melted cheese in my beef, and B, the caramelized onions is a beautiful situation. So I like the fact that they're going for the chopped up angle for this, or else it would have been just like any other burger on the menu. But they're calling this a moist cheese sandwich at the same time, but it's got plenty of beef, plenty of flavor, and again, that hot sauce, even though it's kind of there, is giving just a little bit of sizzle. In general, very, very tasty on this. All right, so let's go for one more bite on this one, guys, because this really does almost feel like a restaurant-style sandwich. It's hefty, it's hearty, and it's definitely close to the $10 range, obviously, for it before the delivery. But even still, guys, very delicious stuff, and I'm glad to have checked out this one. A pretty cool collabo between Mr. Beast and Moist Critical. All right, one more bite, and we'll wrap this one up. Hang on. Yeah, definitely a very messy sandwich to review in the car, guys. You got to be very careful with this one, but what you're going to get is an overabundance of a very flavorful seasoned ground beef situation mixed up with plenty of melted cheese and the caramelized onions. A very lovely situation indeed, and like I said, all the other ingredients are passable, but it doesn't hold a candle to the overall flavor of what you got in front of you here right now in the meat department, and the cheese department, and the onion department. Pretty tasty stuff.
Just open up your favorite delivery apps and search Mr. Beast Burgers.
Yeah, messy factor aside, it was definitely moist and it was definitely full of cheese. A very delicious burger over here at Mr. Beast, and it is a limited time only thing, although I do wish this actually would stay on the menu a lot longer. Hopefully it will, because I think this is going to be pretty successful. It's pretty tasty. So with that said, I'm going to have to give the collabo between Mr. Beast and Moist Critical, the Moist Cheese, a very solid 9 out of 10. Guys, like I said, the flavor delivered on this one. Plenty of beef on the inside of that, plenty of cheese, plenty of caramelized onions, with passable ingredients to go around it. But even still, very hardy to hold in the hands. And guys, again, very much worth, I think, close to $10 before the delivery. If you can get a small deal on the delivery, I'd highly recommend it. I went through Postmates myself. But I gotta say again, I really, really enjoyed this one, and it was very hearty, very delicious. Definitely check it out if you can. Alright, so now the obvious question, are you going to be giving this one a shot? Drop some comments down below. Do you actually order from MrBeast in general? And if you do, what are some of the main things that you like to get on their menu? And obviously, how excited are you to give this collabo a shot? Drop those comments down below and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Alright, MrBeast, now you've had the same tasty lineup on your menu ever since you launched these virtual ghost kitchens not that long ago. So if you're going to add something else permanent to the menu, and I've already mentioned it in my review, make the moist cheese that one thing because it's just different enough to stand out and it really is pretty awesome in flavor. Very tasty stuff. Alright guys, until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for checking out another one of my reviews. But just in case you didn't see the one before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's going to recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.